My golden child sister has to nearly pay $20,000 for breaking the law. Now my family is angry that I won't be her personal assistant since she can't do anything. My older sister was stopped for not following a road sign. Her car was not insured, and she gave the police officer a fake insurance card that she had bought online from some guy. Mind you, the smallest punishment for giving the police a fake insurance card is $10,000, $12,505, including costs and extra charges. Driving without insurance cost her $6,255. Not to mention, her license was stopped for 30 days. The whole fine for not obeying the road sign is $110.30. So in total my sister now owes $18,870 in fines. She has 1 year to pay the fines. As long as she makes payments towards them weekly or every 2 weeks, she will be able to ask for an extension when the 1 year is up. If she doesn't pay the fines, her driver's license will be stopped, and driving on a stopped license can lead to jail time, but she won't go to jail for not paying the fines. My sister's car was taken and she had to sell it to afford the taken car fees and her legal fees. Because of her insurance fraud, no regular insurance company will take her on as a customer now. His only option is something called facility insurance, and the price would be astronomical. Her only option now is public transportation or ride-sharing apps or cabs if it isn't too expensive. Driving her to work sometimes, but they expect me to do it when they can't, which means I would be driving her at least 90% of the time. They tried to get me to do this, and I very clearly said no. She is not my responsibility, and it's not my fault she got into this mess in the first place. There are various options for her that aren't me. She's 26 years old, so she is old enough to know better. My sister got really angry at me and said I needed to do this for her. When I asked why, she said it's because we're family and blood runs thicker than water. I told her that she would never do the same for me if the roles were reversed, because she's been a horrible sister all my life. I reminded her of the time she stole my boyfriend, crashed my very first car that I worked hard to buy, and she somehow made my graduation party all about herself. So no, blood did not run thicker than water. She said that was all in the past, so I had to forgive her. My answer was still no, and she threw a fit. My parents said I was out of the will if I didn't do as they said, which wasn't as big of a threat as they thought it was. I hate how entitled my sister is acting and how my parents are enabling it. They are so angry that I refuse to chauffeur her around and be at his beck and call, no matter how inconvenient it is to me. I have a job and I don't live with my parents, so they can't actually punish me besides being angry. I still hate how they won't stop saying I'm her only option, even though she has no one to blame but herself. Still, they've been harassing me about it nonstop, and my sister even showed up to my apartment with a suitcase, saying she'll live with me to make things easier for the both of us. I've never shut a door quicker in my life. She banged on my door for a few minutes, before resorting to camping out there. I threatened to call the police, but she didn't budge. She ended up calling our parents, and they got here really quickly. They said I had to obey them because they're my parents. They were giving me a lecture through the door and I just wasn't having it. I called the police to get them out of there. When they arrived, the police basically said, "Not this guy again." They told them to leave before my sister got into more trouble. They left at that, but that wasn't it. They told the rest of the family that I'm refusing to help my sister in his time of need, and now they think I'm the devil or something.